Have you ever remembered something one way, only to find out it's entirely different in reality? Could this be a simple lapse in memory or evidence of parallel universes? Today, we're going to dip our toes into the ocean of intriguing possibilities that is the Mandela Effect. Named after the late Nelson Mandela, this phenomenon describes instances where a group of people remember events or details one way, only to discover that their memories don't align with historical records. Take the beloved children's book series, for example. Is it the Berenstain Bears or the Berenstain Bears? Many swear by the latter spelling, yet every book cover clearly says Berenstain. Or consider the case of Nelson Mandela himself. A considerable number of people distinctly remember him dying in prison during the 80s, despite the fact that he lived to become South Africa's president, and passed away in 2013. Intriguing, isn't it? Let's delve deeper into the phenomenon known as the Mandela Effect. So, what exactly is this Mandela Effect? Let's break it down. In simple terms, the Mandela Effect refers to a phenomenon where a large group of people collectively misremember a fact or event. The term was coined by paranormal enthusiast Fiona Broome, after she discovered that she, along with many others, remembered former South African President Nelson Mandela dying in prison during the 80s. But here's the twist. Nelson Mandela didn't pass away until 2013, long after his release from prison. Now, how is it that so many people remember an event that never happened? One explanation comes from the realm of psychology, the theory of false memory. This theory posits that our memories aren't always as reliable as we think. Our brains, often likened to supercomputers, are not infallible. They can create false memories or alter real ones, either by suggestion, association, or outright imagination. So it's possible that we just remember things wrong sometimes. But hold on to your hats, folks, because here is where the plot thickens. Some enthusiasts of the Mandela Effect propose an entirely different explanation: parallel universes. Yes, you heard that right. The theory suggests that these collective misrememberings are actually glimpses into alternate realities where events unfolded differently. Imagine a universe where the Berenstain Bears are actually the Berenstain Bears, and where Darth Vader says, "Luke, I am your father," instead of the actual line, "No, I am your father." It's a mind-bending concept, isn't it? But whether it's a simple case of fallible memory or a peek into another universe, one thing is certain: the Mandela Effect challenges our understanding of reality. It pushes us to question what we know and how we know it. With the Mandela Effect, what we thought we knew might not be as straightforward as it appears. But how could our memories deceive us so convincingly, one might ask? The answer lies within the intricate workings of our brains. Our memories are not like an infallible hard drive that accurately stores every detail of our experiences. They are more like a malleable piece of clay, constantly reshaped by numerous factors. Let's delve into the science behind human memory. Our memories are formed and stored through a process called encoding, where the brain converts information into a construct that can be stored and then later retrieved. However, this process isn't always accurate. Our brains tend to fill in gaps in our memories with what it thinks should be there, rather than what actually happened. This phenomenon, known as confabulation, can lead to the creation of false memories. To add another layer of complexity, our memories can also be influenced by our emotions, our surroundings, and even by other people. This is known as suggestibility. For instance, if a group of people collectively misremembers an event in the same way, it can reinforce the false memory, making it feel even more real. This brings us back to the Mandela Effect. If our memories can be so easily distorted, it's not hard to see how large groups of people could misremember the same detail. This scientific understanding, however, conflicts with the idea behind the Mandela Effect. If it's just a case of false memory, why do so many people remember the same incorrect details? Could it be that there's a pattern to these collective misrememberings? Or is it simply a coincidence that these false memories often center around pop culture, historical events, or well-known figures? As of now, science doesn't have all the answers. Our brains are complex and fascinating, aren't they? But is there more to the Mandela Effect than just false memories? The journey into this intriguing phenomenon is far from over. We'll continue to peel back the layers of this mystery in the following scenes. Stay tuned. Could the Mandela Effect be proof of parallel universes? Let's dive into the deep end for a moment and explore the concept of parallel universes. Picture this: an infinite number of realities existing side by side, each one slightly different from the other. In one universe, you might be a renowned artist, and in another, a celebrated scientist. This is the idea that underpins the theory of parallel universes. It might sound like a concept straight out of a science fiction novel, but it's a topic that's generated serious discussion in the scientific community. Quantum physics, the science that dives into the nature and behavior of matter and energy at its smallest scale, offers theories that suggest the existence of these multiple realities. One such theory is the many worlds interpretation, which proposes that all possible alternate histories and futures are real, each representing an actual world or universe. Now let's loop back to the Mandela Effect. Some proponents of the theory argue that instances of the Mandela Effect are not mere misremembered events or shared false memories. Instead, they suggest these are glimpses into our parallel lives in alternate realities. They propose that we're sometimes able to tap into these other realities, resulting in the discrepancies we observe. For example, recall the famous Star Wars quote, "Luke, I am your father." Except that's not the actual quote. In reality, Darth Vader says, "No, I am your father." Could this widespread misquote be a ripple effect from a parallel universe where the line was indeed, "Luke, I am your father"? It's a fascinating concept to ponder upon, isn't it? However, let's stay grounded. While the theory of parallel universes is intriguing, it remains just that, a theory. It's yet to be proven or disproven. The scientific community is divided, with some dismissing it as fanciful thinking, while others see it as a promising area for future research. Whether you believe in the existence of parallel universes or not, the Mandela Effect certainly gives us food for thought. So, what does the Mandela Effect imply about our reality? This is the question that has perplexed countless thinkers, scientists, and curious minds alike. Let's start with our understanding of reality. The Mandela Effect challenges the traditional notion that reality is fixed and unchangeable. Instead, it suggests that reality is fluid, subject to change, and even vulnerable to the collective memory of society. If thousands of people remember an event that never happened, does that event become a part of our reality? The boundaries between what's real and what's remembered become blurred, pushing us to question the very fabric of our existence. The Mandela Effect also forces us to reevaluate our understanding of memory. We like to think of our memories as reliable, unchanging records of our past. But the Mandela Effect tells a different story. It suggests that our memories are not as infallible as we might believe. They can be influenced, altered, and even fabricated. It's a humbling reminder of the fallibility of human memory and the potential for collective false memories. But perhaps the most profound implication of the Mandela Effect is its impact on personal identity. If our memories can be so easily manipulated, what does that say about our identity? After all, aren't we, in many ways, the sum of our memories? If those memories can change, does that mean we change too? The Mandela Effect forces us to grapple with these difficult questions, challenging our understanding of who we are and who we can become. So what does all of this mean? It means that the Mandela Effect is more than just a fascinating phenomenon. It's a profound exploration of reality, memory, and identity. It's a journey into the unknown, a journey that challenges our understanding of the world and ourselves. Perhaps the Mandela Effect is a reminder that reality is not always as it seems. It's a reminder that our memories, our reality, and even our identity are not as fixed and unchangeable as we once believed. And maybe, just maybe, it's a glimpse into the fascinating complexity of the human mind and the universe we inhabit. We've journeyed through memory, parallel universes, and the intriguing Mandela Effect. But where does that leave us? Well, we've delved into the Mandela Effect's fascinating premise, where collective memories don't align with our reality. We've explored how these discrepancies could be explained by the science of memory, how our brains sometimes fill in the gaps, leading to false memories. But we've also considered a more extraordinary explanation, the possibility of parallel universes. Yes, the theory that our world is just one in an infinite multiverse, and sometimes we might remember events from a different universe. A thrilling idea, isn't it? Whether you're captivated by the neuroscience behind our memories or intrigued by the concept of multiverses, one thing is clear. The Mandela Effect is more than just a pop culture phenomenon. It's a gateway to larger questions about reality, perception, and the nature of the universe itself. Whether you're a skeptic or a believer, the Mandela Effect certainly offers an exciting journey into the mysteries of the mind and the universe.